Hey guys, sorry, no countdown. My computer was acting super bad today. Um, I just saw backbreaking's question. If you just emailed me, no, I didn't get it yet. Um, but I want to say hi to everybody real quick. See, Barrage 3 was in earlier with Tracy, Finding Goodies 2. I don't know if they come back yet. Clark's Cove Detecting, Stars Lost and Found. Backbreaking Metal Detecting, Mark the Berg. See what else we got here. Diggin Dad. Oh, he's in the back room, in the green room. Digologist, hey. Barrage 3 is back. Hey Mark, you've been a mod for a while. Riddles, Relics, Jim Steele, how is everybody? All right, so before we get to know another hey Rebecca, Patrick Fowler, Main Dirt Sweep Us. Um Before we bring up Corey Mason, Diggin Dad. Hope you guys check his channel out. One of my mods, the only one so far, I think, is the Clarks and Mark the Berg. If you want to share his link, Shannon Dalton. Hey, cuz. All right, I'll see you later. Um, so before we bring up Corey Mason and get to know more about Diggin Dad, who is one of the people behind Come Out Swinging, I am sure every one of you have heard already about Joe DeMarco. And if you have not, he passed away suddenly Saturday at the Come Out Swinging event. If you all would keep his family and his friends in your prayers and thoughts. Also, the attendees and some of the Come Out Singing people, Come Out Swinging, not singing, who performed CPR on him, please keep them in your thoughts and prayers as well. It was one of them was Corey Mason. It was Nathan Babb, Christina, Dawn and Shelley Williams. So if you can keep them in your thoughts and prayers as well. He was a good guy and a big member of the metal detecting community. I guess that's it on the news. He will be missed. So I'm going to bring up Digging Dad now, and who, by the way, was one of the heroes. Hello, good evening, Corey.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. As good as we can be.
I hear you.
Um, so your channel is Diggin Dad,
It is.
and how did you how long ago did you start actually putting content on your channel?
Oh, I think maybe almost 2 years ago. I think when I started. Um, Funny story. So the name Diggin Dad. Um, when I started metal detecting, of course, I was watching YouTube and driving, my kids nuts. I say kids. My youngest is 17 now, so they're older kids. But I'm like, yo, check this out. I can go find this stuff too. And they're like, yeah, okay, Dad. And they're like, I bet you can start a YouTube channel too, right? I'm like, you challenging me? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, game on. Why not? It'll be fun. And then we were kicking around names, and like I wanted tie dye and like Diggin Dude and this and that. They're like, well, what about Diggin Dad? I'm like, all right, challenge accepted. So yeah, here we are 2 years later, and it kind of stuck.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I don't think there's any other one like it. Hey, David Alfacetti, Vienta Samurai, Mr. Gorn Italian Metal Hunter. Um, how long have you been detecting?
Uh, just about 2 years.
Okay, what
uh,
did you?
I was at work one day and I had some downtime, so I was looking on an online auction. Like I don't know if it was Marketplace or it was something like that, one of the auction sites. And I was like, you know what? I always wanted a metal detector. So I kind of found one. It was an old White's Prism 5. Bought it for like $150.
Hmm.
And I had like, it was wintertime when I bought it. So snow was on the ground. I'm like, well, I can't use it. But as soon as like that one patch opened up in my backyard, just like a small, like 2-foot patch of ground, I took it out and I found a charm. I found a couple like modern coins and like a necklace charm from the people that used to live here. I was like, oh my God, I'm hooked. So yeah, I started with that. I think my first couple of videos are actually with that detector. And then I discussed with my wife the need for something better than what I had. I mean, of course, I needed it. I couldn't not have something better. So yeah, so she was kind enough to help me purchase a Equinox 800.
And that's what you're still swinging today?
I'll probably that is my forever machine for now.
Very cool. Very cool. Were you always interested in like treasure seeking, or?
So when I was a kid, my grandmother used to always tell me, like whenever I was out with her, she'd always say, you know, keep your eyes on the ground. You never know what you'll see. And you know, you'd be at the store, you'd find a nickel here or a dollar here, and it was like, you know, you found treasure. And that kind of hooked me. I was always interested in like treasure stories and all that. Just never really did much about it, you know, just learning about them. And then got into metal detecting, and it's treasure hunting. It's awesome. It's finding history that, you know, has been there since it was there, I guess. Kind of weird to say, but I mean, like the one coin, 200-year-old coin, it fell out of some person's pocket 200 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And I found it where he dropped it, and now it's in my pocket. I mean, it's amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Not just coins, any relic. I mean, it's anything you find. It's just super cool.
Yeah, it just boggles your mind sometimes. I mean, some of the stuff, you know, you're finding that they tossed. Like sometimes, you know, a bunch of buttons could have been a bunch of old shirts, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Or, you know, maybe a burn pit or something. But like coins, definitely, wherever you found it is where they dropped it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And well, what else? How did you get involved with Come Out Swinging?
Rob got me involved. When he knows my wife. My wife knows him prior to me knowing him, and I guess I must have posted something on Facebook or something, and he's like, he got a hold of Lindsay. Then I met him, and he's like, hey, you know, I'm starting this club, Boyertown Relic Recovery Club. You want to join? I'm like, absolutely. So yeah, got involved with him and hunting with him a lot, learned a lot from him. And he's just an all around great dude. I mean, he'll help anyone in the world.
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah, that's how I met Rob.
Rob's awesome. I didn't mention in the beginning when I was asking people if, you know, if they would keep Joe and his family and friends in their thoughts and prayers, plus the 6 of you, each of you in their thoughts and prayers as well, because that was hard.
Yeah, sure was.
You know, Robert keeping the whole thing going and keeping the mood, you know, even, and that wasn't easy to do. Hey, Alicia.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I mean, I know I can speak for myself. I was kind of at a loss of what to do. Like, you know, like, what do I do? Do I stand here? Do I go get lost in a field? What do I do? And luckily for all of us, I mean, the metal detecting community is, I mean, it's second to none. You know, I've been a part of a lot of things in my life, including the military, and the metal, like, our community is awesome. I mean, we're full of great people, and we're all there for each other. So, I mean, I think we all took some solace in that fact, you know, that, hey, we're all still here. We're all still together. There's nothing Joe would want more than for us to, you know, take our thoughts into the field and find something cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mad respect to Rob for that because
Oh my God. That is,
definitely, definitely couldn't have been easy.
no, not at all.
So one of the first non non treasure seeking questions. Um, you already know because I already said you guys, the six of you, are my heroes. Who is your hero?
Who is my hero? Huh. That's a tough question. I think I have a lot of heroes. I, I guess the easy answer, if there is one, would be my dad. I mean, he's my dad. He taught me everything um, that I know, how to be a man, how to be a gentleman, how to be a human. You know, how to be kind, how to not be kind, warrant it, and do it in a respectable way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, he has also been through a lot in his lifetime and has handled it uh, incredibly well. And I look up to that big time. Um, like I said, I have a lot of heroes. My kids are my heroes. I mean, especially today. I mean, gosh, I going to school today, like in these days, even before COVID, it is so different. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm 43, and it's totally different than how it used to be with all the stuff they have to put up with. And I don't know if I could do it. Not,
yeah. I
not the
don't
way
know.
I was in school anyway.
I wasn't good at math. I'd be even worse now for sure.
I
I
hear
mean,
you. I hear you.
I can't wrap my head around how they do their math equations now.
Oh yeah. I guess another hero story. So I served in the military for 22 years, and each and every one of my either fellow airmen when I was in the Coast Guard or fellow soldiers in the Army. I mean, they're each and every one of them I can count as my hero. I mean, the, the stuff that they do, that they put up with, that they go through, and keep on keeping on is just it's insane.
What is what is your proudest accomplishment?
My proudest accomplishment. Well, I mean, I have four beautiful now men that I am responsible for bringing into this world. So it's to see the young gentleman that they turn into is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I think that's my biggest accomplishment or my favorite.
I'm sure they're awesome dudes. They have an awesome dad.
Oh, appreciate that. Hey, yeah, they're pretty cool. I think I'll keep them around for a little bit.
um, what did you want to be when you were small? What did you want to be when you grew up?
A pilot. Ever since when Top Gun came out, I was who I don't know. I don't what year was it? I don't know. I was probably like 10 or 11, maybe younger. I don't remember. And yeah, younger. I had to be younger than that. And it's something I always wanted to do. I wanted to fly planes and be a pilot. So I kind of pursued that direction after high school. Got my license, started going to college for it, and then I started having kids. So I was like, oh boy, what do I do now? And that's when I joined the military.
Coast Guard is pretty cool. People always forget about that branch of the
Oh
military.
yeah, oh I know. Yeah, we're the little service that could.
Yeah, I'm not far from a Coast Guard base,
Oh
Sandy
no,
Hook,
where at?
by Sandy Hook.
And I was stationed at the air station in Atlantic City for 5 years. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, New Jersey,
That's
pretty
about
good.
hour and 40 minutes from me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Marlon. Got lots of people here tonight.
Awesome.
What makes you laugh the most?
Probably myself. I can be the to say that I tell my wife and kids dad jokes would be an understatement. I come up with some of the corniest crap out there, and I laugh at all night long at it, and I'm the only one. So you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Well, Gabe told me a joke this weekend, and I did tell him I was going to mention it on the live.
Oh, nice.
So Gabe told me he made this joke up. This is his joke. What do you get when you cross a sand with a witch?
I think I don't know. I have an answer in my head, but it's probably not the right one.
It probably is. It's a sandwich.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I was going for. I thought maybe it was I thought maybe it was something else. That's good though. I like it, Gabe.
yeah, yeah. Gabe's my little buddy. I love that kid.
He's a good dude.
I looked forward to this weekend. Look forward to hanging out with Gabe. He actually did his first seeded pretty much by himself this time.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna go get a couple and try to get a couple targets. You swing, and then when he wasn't really finding too much, I went. Somebody else had their knock stopped working, so I gave them mine, and then I went around with Gabe, and he did get a silver half, and I think one or two Wheaties. Yeah,
nice, nice.
Yeah, he did good. Hey, Zaxxon. Yeah, he did good. I was very happy for him because
Awesome.
you know how he likes his silvers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was talking them up all day.
Yeah. So I got to send him a couple, probably silver dimes or something. If you could choose anything to do for a day, what would it be besides metal detecting?
Anything for a day. Right now, probably paragliding.
Paragliding?
I think so. Yeah, it's something I've been looking at getting into. Like I have any time at all, but something I've been seriously looking at. And if I had a day and could do anything I wanted to do, that would probably go check that out.
I don't know. I'm afraid of heights, so.
Actually, I am too, but not when I'm flying. It's weird. I don't know.
Oh, when I'm in a plane, I'm good.
Yeah.
Except for taking off and landing.
Yeah. Any kind of aircraft or flying, I'm fine. But put me on a ladder higher than 5 feet off the ground, and my knees start to buckle a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of weird. Like I don't really go near cliffs and all that stuff like other people do. Yeah, no.
I went on a hike over the summer. We went out to Montana, and we went up to Glacier National Park, and there's this hike from a lake all the way up to a glacier. What's it? Burnell Glacier, I think it's called. And it's a 3.7 mile hike up there, I think, and it's like 2,000 feet of elevation change. And you were literally on like a 2 to 3 foot wide trail with a 1,000 foot cliff on the side. And it's one of the scariest things I've done in my life, but pushed through and got through it, and it's now one of the coolest things I've ever done. So yeah.
Well, when I was I guess in my mid-teens, I did this I used to do these outdoor adventure things, and at our base camp they had one of those rope course things,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if I feel secure, I can, like, I've been before 9/11, I've been to Windows on the Water.
Ooh.
And the windows and in the restaurant kind of went out a little bit from the building, so you can literally look straight down. I was fine with that, because I felt secure. So
yeah, right.
One of the things we had to do on that rope thing was like go up these logs like a ladder that was like 50 feet off the ground. And so I'm not the most energetic person in the world, even back then. So I'm like resting on one for a minute. And they're like, come on, Rachel, you can do it. Don't be afraid. I'm like, I'm not afraid. I'm weak. I'm tired.
That reminds me of the first time trying to get into a tree stand for deer hunting way back when I first started doing that. I couldn't make the step. First of all, I got stuck halfway up the tree because I couldn't go any higher. Then finally I made it up to the stand. And where you get to the top of the steps, you have to step around the tree into the tree stand.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not secure. You're like 20 some feet in the air. And it took me probably 45 minutes to make that one step.
I think I would probably be still there.
Yeah, it's tough. The key I found was do it while it's still dark, so you don't see how high you are. That way, when the sun comes up, you're already sitting down and strapped in.
I don't know, but then you got to get down.
True. It's yeah, you do.
It's like at the event this weekend, I did get one of the nicest compliments I've gotten in a long time, and because everything that went on, I don't really like. I could see his face, but like I don't really remember his name offhand.
Mhm.
Who
Mhm.
exactly said it to me? But um, it was early. It was early Saturday morning, and he was like, the one thing I like about you, you're always smiling.
Nice.
I was telling him, yeah, I don't know why. Like I do have RBF. Um,
Nah, you don't.
but I said like I used to on this outdoor adventure thing, we would go rappelling,
Oh, nice.
and there were some people that were afraid to do it, and I'm getting ready to go over the edge, and I got a big, huge grin on my face, and the guide or whatever, he was telling them he was like, "Oh well, look, see, it's not scary. She's having fun. She's smiling over
Yeah.
there." Like I'm not smiling because I'm having fun. I'm
Nice.
smiling because that's what when I'm nervous, that's what I do.
Oh
But
yeah.
I thought it was a nice compliment though. But yeah,
Oh, that's
no,
awesome.
I do grin when I'm nervous. So even when I'm not, but
Right on. Hey, Dirt Clog. I'm from Pennsylvania, by the way. I just looked over at the chat and saw a question.
oh okay.
I'm from PA.
Mark the Berg said getting down for a tree stand is easy. Lean forward and let gravity do the rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for him, you can throw them in the chat at Jersey Ray Diggs or at Diggin Dad. It'll highlight for him too. He has his
Yeah, sorry
YouTube
if I'm
channel.
missing anything. It's my computer's pretty small, so.
If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh man. Uh, I want to say either pizza or grilled cheese sandwich. They're both pretty top of the line for me.
All right, so do you gross Maddie out with pineapple?
No, that's blasphemy. Whoever puts pineapple on their pizza, I'll stop there. That's a weird one. Oh, yeah, exactly. That is a weird
No,
one.
the very first time somebody brought me a pineapple pizza, I was like, "What in the heck?" But if the sauce is right, see if it's a sweet pizza sauce, it's not going to be good at all.
Oh yeah,
If it's not the sweet pizza sauce, then it's good.
yeah, right on.
Hey Charles.
Oh yeah, my mother-in-law just corrected me on my phone. Probably crab legs is up there too. She texted me crab legs question. I'm like, oh yeah, of course.
Have you ever had a nickname and what is it?
Thank you. I need this. That was my phone again. I put it back on the charger. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Some of the guys in the Coast Guard used to call me the Hammer, only because I consider myself a nice person, right? And the guys that work for me, guys and girls that work for me in the Coast Guard, I was always nice and fair until I wasn't. If someone was really testing my boundaries,
Yeah.
you just kind of have to bring the hammer down on them. Like, look, get up off your butt, get out there and fix the darn helicopter. It's broken. It's your turn. You're up. Go. A little meaner than that. So guys would be like, oh, the hammer came out. Here it goes. That's really the only nickname I've ever actually had.
Yeah, I'm a pretty easygoing person until I'm behind my wheel.
Yeah.
With my car.
Yeah.
Good thing cars don't have exterior speakers. But yeah, no, I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, like I got somebody at work right now. She just, I just make it a point to be nice to her all the time.
Right on.
Kill them with kindness.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like I had to ask her a question yesterday. I said, "Look, I know you don't want to talk to me, but I have a question and I'd like you to answer it." Hey, Tracy Treasures. Yeah, you really got to push me pretty far though.
Yeah, that's like yeah. I'm normally a pretty level-headed person.
Yeah, I'm pretty easygoing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we all get irritated, but I mean, to get angry, you got to go pretty
Yeah,
far.
and especially to get angry about stupid stuff. A lot of people do, and you're just like, come on, man. There's no time for that. You
Yeah.
just let it roll off your shoulders and carry on.
Marty is nuts that he got pet crabs. He calls them itchy and scratchy.
Nice, nice.
Tracy said it's better than Hatchet
Yes, yes, it is better than Hatchet.
because I think of Hatchet Face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't. I don't know how many people even saw that movie, Crybaby. Um, would you rather win the lottery or work the perfect job?
Win the lottery because then you don't have to work.
There
And
you
if you're
go.
working the perfect job, it's not really work.
Exactly. If you love your job, you never work a day.
Absolutely.
How would your friends describe you?
Um, Probably pretty easy going. I try not to let a whole lot of stuff bother me. I like having fun, sometimes too much fun. Uh, Although I did quit drinking almost a year ago now, so got that going for me. Um, yeah, and yeah, easy going and good guy. I'm there. I mean, I'm always there for him. We're there for each other. So
Yeah.
we're more than my friends are more like brothers and sisters than friends. So it's just small town living. That's how we were brought up, and that's what we did.
Well, next event, all your friends that are there, I'm going to ask them.
Yeah, definitely do.
If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
Oh, year. Probably nine, like old time, like what era or like what time in my life.
Anytime.
So if it was a time in my life, it would probably be '97 because that was my senior year, and I had a blast my senior year. Um, Barely graduated, but it's because I had too much fun. I did graduate, and then got honors in college, so that tells you something. The era, um, there's probably a couple. The 20s seem to intrigue me a lot for whatever reason. Um, and then I guess the 60s kind of intrigued me a lot too. 60s probably more for my musical taste. I'm a Deadhead. I love Grateful Dead, so that's
Nothing
kind of
wrong with
like
that.
yeah, that's my jam there. 20s as far as I don't know, just seems intriguing. Gangsters and all that stuff. I guess that would be considered like the Gilded Age or something like that, or is that before that?
I don't. I think it's right around the time. I mean, for me, the 20s always. I always think of flappers.
Yeah, same here. Yep.
Yeah, and then like
Flapper, Great Gatsby, all that
yeah, yeah.
stuff. Yep.
If I were to go back in American history, I'd probably go back to colonial times. And
Yeah.
then European history, I don't know. I like the medieval times.
Yep. Same. Same. I'm with you on that.
We've got Tracy's Treasure said she'd go back to the 60s. Patty Disharoon said she would go back to 1987. Jim Steele said he likes the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, 57 appeal.
Yeah, there's something
50s,
about the
60s, Elvis, all that good stuff.
yeah. What is the best gift you have ever been given?
The best gift I've ever been given. Oh, I've been given a lot of good gifts. Whew. I'd have to think about that one. One really cool gift that stands out is my wife set up a trip to Nashville to see one of my best friends. So
Very cool.
that was a very cool gift. That was a week down in Nashville.
Nice.
You can't go wrong there.
No, that's a good one. What is the worst gift you have ever received?
The worst gift. My great grandmother, when I was a kid, I must have been maybe 9, 8, 9, something like that. My great grandmother, for Christmas, bought me a board game that's meant for like baby girls. And I don't know if she just didn't. I mean, she was older. I don't know. Maybe she didn't know. And I was just like, oh, cool. But that always stood out in my head. I mean, I appreciate any gift, but that if I had to pick a worst gift, that might be the one.
Yeah, I get you on that.
Yeah,
Was it pink?
I I don't remember. It might have been like My Little Pony something or other, or I don't remember. Rainbow Bright. I don't. It was something like that. It was something. Let me close it. It was something very obviously not for an 8 or 9 year old boy to have.
Night, Charles. Thanks for popping in. And
Charles, hey bud, I didn't even see you, man. Sorry.
yeah, he was in for a little bit.
All right.
Backbreaking metal detecting. Good night. When the FBI gets when you were a time traveler. You rock, Charles. We all missed you this weekend.
Oh, for sure.
How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Um, maybe like four.
4.
Four,
Three
and then
detecting.
I have some older ones in the basement that I wear, like in the mud and outside. But I have a pair of hikers that I wear for anything outdoors, like metal detecting hiking. I have a
Right.
pair of that I wear to work that are very comfortable, and I have boots, and then I have hunting boots.
Yeah, I don't know how many pairs I have.
Oh, and then I have Birkenstocks. Oh, my wife just got home and she's calling. She's pulling the.
You are a liar. That is not 4.
How?
At least 10.
I don't have that many
Liar.
that I use anymore.
Also, your best gift ever was your wife.
Well, of course, I said that before you got home.
Watching it on my way home.
Oh, you were?
I
Whoops.
was.
She was watching it.
Aw. All right. While she's around, tell me 2 pet peeves.
Ooh, pet peeves. Hmm. People talking behind other people's backs when they're very, very not that way to that person's face. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. I'm probably guilty of it too, but I try not to. And I seem to get caught between both parties talking to me one way or another, and I'm in between, and it drives me nuts. Unfilled holes, yeah, that's a good one. That is a pet peeve. Along that theme, detecting going over where someone obviously dug and getting a signal still. I'm like, dude, come on, you dug this hole and kept whatever was in there. Like,
Yeah. That's another thing that happens a lot at events that people don't realize, especially natural hunt events.
Yeah,
Not everybody takes the trash with them.
Yeah, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, I had to take I was asked to take a couple that had brought their little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And the dad was kind of interested in maybe detecting, and the little boy was interested, but he was super shy. So I don't remember who asked me to take them, show them a little bit of detecting and stuff. So we went up the path between the 2 fields, and there was a couple holes, and there was signals inside them.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, because I had the headphones off, and I was like, "Oh, hear that?" I said, "That's somebody that didn't do the right thing." And so when you open that plug, whatever's in there is yours.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I know it's a tin can, a big piece of iron, whatever it is.
That's part of it.
You open that hole, it is now yours, and it's your responsibility to take it out.
I look at it as it's like you're taking an offering. Like if you're taking that out of the ground will be nice in turn. And
exactly, the ground appreciates taking all the
for sure
garbage out with you. The ground doesn't want it either.
Nope.
Tracy asked, "What do you do for work?"
I am a biomedical technician at Reading Hospital. So what that is, all the medical equipment in the hospital, we are responsible for calibrating, fixing, setting up, all of the above.
Cool.
It's actually, I love my job.
So then you don't work.
Oh, I work. This one I work, but I do enjoy it.
What is it?
Most
You
of the
love your
time.
job, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, it's not that kind of a job.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, Mary Case. What would you do if you won the lottery? Especially that one that
What,
just
a
somebody won
couple
yesterday.
$1 billion or whatever.
It
Oh,
was 1.9 billion.
I thought about that actually. What would I do? I think all my immediate family would have all their debt taken care of. Um, Mortgages, loans, whatever they have going on. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'd have a lot of fun. I know that.
Well, the quick math would be if you took the cash option of 1.9 billion, it's about 990 million dollars. 25% of that's going to go to Uncle Sam right away. So now you're at about $720 million. Then, depending on what state you're in, that's another 8%, but we'll take the 10%. So
Mhm.
72 million off of that. So you're going to have about what, 640 million, $650 million.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's enough to give pretty much everyone that's close to you $1 million.
Yeah.
Say here's your reset button.
And you still couldn't possibly in your lifetime spend that money
No, you really couldn't.
unless you bought a country.
Yes. Which hey, maybe buy an island somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely. I used to joke and say if I ever won the lottery, a $1 million lottery kind of thing, I would buy an island and then put land mines or water mines all around it.
Yep, leave me alone.
Yep, don't bother me.
I'm
Hey
good.
Ed, Flash. Um, what's your favorite zoo animal?
Ooh, zoo animal. I think bears are pretty cool.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
what type? Black bear, grizzly bear,
all of them.
polar bear.
I think they're just so massive and big and seem so docile and relaxed until you mess with them. Then guess what? You're not going to be around anymore. I don't know. They're just cool animals. They're just neat.
Yeah, I like them. I remember years ago they used to have the polar bears or a polar bear at the Central Park Zoo.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sure it could have been the Bronx Zoo. I mean, this is going some time back, and I
Yeah.
remember it was on the news because he would. They thought he was having like getting depressed because he would just swim from one end of the pool to the other and then just swim. Like he would just do this repetitive thing.
Oh, wow.
And I remember about the same time I actually had gone to the zoo and I seen him and he was doing whatever it was they were saying. He was just doing this repeatable thing. But he did other things too. But then he would go back to, just pushing himself off the wall or something like that in the pool. But yeah, I kind of like polar bears. I think they're cool.
Yeah, for sure.
JBP likes the red panda. Patty Desharoon likes the wolf.
Yeah, wolves are pretty majestic.
Yeah. Patty said she would, with the money, she would pay her daughter's house off, then would give it to charities like cancer and the SPCA and homeless shelters.
Right
I would
on.
definitely build quite a few veteran homes, free housing for vets.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of what puts them on the streets and homeless is mental health.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
The guy just said, monkeys that fling pool.
Yeah.
They do. If you could go back in time and to change one thing, what would it be?
Off the top of my head, change one thing back in time historically.
Anything.
I'd say historically, I would warn JFK that he's getting assassinated.
Yeah.
Not sure why that's comes to the top of my head, but I think that was a major turning point for a lot of things in America.
I believe so. I mean, it's referenced quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with that.
Yeah, I think there was still a lot. I think we all, even though you and I weren't born at the time,
No,
just learning what we've learned and, anything you've learned independently, it just makes you think there was so much more he was destined to do,
I agree.
you know.
I agree.
If you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
Any 4?
Yeah.
Well, you say 4, that makes me think of the Beatles right away. I think that'd be a pretty darn cool lunch.
Yeah, that's a mix of alive and dead.
Yeah, Beatles. That'd be a fun one.
All 4.
All 4.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine what that conversation would be now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the longest you've gone without sleep and why?
Oh, without sleep. Probably a few days in a row. Oh, no. Yeah, I actually, yeah, it probably 3 or 4 days no sleep. And that was during a rotation out in California for the Army for the National Training Center. It's where you're out there. We call it in the box. You're in the desert, in the Mojave Desert, and it's you're simulating that you're in war. So I'm a medic, or was a medic. I retired, just retired in August. So we are Charlie Med. So we're the medics of the battalion, and people are getting hurt for real the whole training exercise. So it was one after another, 5 at a time, and you just keep going and going and going. Take your boots off, lay on the litter, try to put your head back, and then another vehicle would show up with hurt people. So you're back up and just going and going.
I don't even know what the longest I went without sleep for. I know it was when I worked with racehorses, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, when they get colic, you're not sleeping. Hey, Nathan. Nathan.
There he is. What's up, Nate?
So Tracy had a question. What do you consider treasure?
What do I consider treasure? I think it can go anywhere from a basic definition of anything that somebody leaves behind. It could be a recent thing. You're in the woods, you come upon an encampment that's somewhat recent, and people left things behind. There's certain treasures in that, and then the obvious treasure answer will be gold in the ground or the treasure chest. One thing I do want to start, speaking of treasure, one thing I'm very interested in getting into is researching actual treasure stories, like real ones, like real, like lost gold or that Civil War gold that's supposed to be in Pennsylvania that the FBI evidently came and took. And I mean, did they? Who knows? So there's some pretty cool stories like that, treasure stories that I want to get into. Hey, thanks, Nate.
Yeah, Nate rocks. Hey, Outdoors with Aaron and Dave Hart, acousticized. For those of you who came in later, because I know a few people have come in later, this is Corey Mason, Diggin Dad. Make sure you guys check him out.
What's up?
And if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to put them in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll answer anything, almost.
Are you a clean or messy person?
I like to think I'm a clean person. My wife will tell you otherwise. I'm a not a messy person. I consider it like a utility. So I have dirty clothes, and I have day-old clothes, and I have 2-day-old clothes. So some of the 2-day-old clothes you can still wear. Jeans. I mean, they're more comfortable after 2 days.
Well, you're not supposed to wash them as frequently as people
That's what I
do.
mean.
That's why 100-year-old Levi's are worth so much money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I have a pile next to my where I sleep in bed. That's my still using clothes. I am what part of PA? It's a town called Boyertown. It's about 35, maybe 45 minutes northwest of Philadelphia.
And Tracy Treasure says, I really want to take a look for the lost treasure of Dutch soaps. That's actually supposed to be supposedly in the Catskills.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a note of that. Maybe we'll get a club together and go hunting for it.
Hey, Buckle Boy, you walked in on Corey Mason Diggin Dad.
What's up?
One of the people behind the event Come Out Swinging.
So there's that guy, what's it, Green Mountain Metal Detecting or Green Mountain?
Yeah,
something?
Brad.
Yeah. So I got into his channel, and he actually did a whole series on hunting for this one treasure. It was like 6 or 7 part series on his channel, and it was awesome. I was like, man, I really want to do something like that. That would be super cool. Not just the videoing, like just the searching. Like, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, like a kind of, what do they call that? Where you give them clues everywhere.
Oh,
Scavenger hunt.
yeah, scavenger hunt.
But a real live one.
But a real live one, yep. Actual clues. And I've talked to a few people, and I heard a few stories of Pennsylvania treasures. I don't know how true they are. I guess they're true. They're legends, so every legend is based on a truth at some point, somewhere, or some kind of truth.
ABC. Yeah, Mike Grapevine said he's taking Drew detecting tomorrow. He needs to get some dirt therapy. For sure he does.
Nice.
I know he was pretty close to Joe, so he's
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't check on him recently, but yeah, I know he's beside himself. Little Maddie too.
Yep.
You know, because the Tomanis were real close with Joe too.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
Oh man. I try to wake up early and have all this time so I can, take my time in the morning. And I'm always up at the last minute, running around, throwing my scrubs on, brushing my teeth, making my coffee, grabbing a banana, whatever, grabbing my water, and running out the door. And I swear I do the speed limit on the way to work every day. So yeah, it's I'm a pretty quick morning rush around, try to get to work on time guy.
I'm not a morning person.
No, I'm not either. I'm getting better at it. But
I wake up now with no problem, but my brain still isn't really fully awake for another couple hours.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up early so I can work out in the morning. Because when I get home from work, I don't feel like working out. I mean, who does? I mean, I guess some people do, but I'm not one of those people. No. So I figured if I can get it in the morning, then it's done. It's worked 2 days so far out of the last 4 weeks.
You're getting there.
I'm working on it. Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. Who would you want to play you in a movie on your life?
Ooh. Oh, I can picture him. What the heck's his name? He is in. Oh man, what's his name?
Nathan said me.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna Google this guy.
Right.
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Who?
Vince Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Stop it. Tell you, dogs are like perpetual 2-year-olds. He wants attention, and I'm ignoring him. So now he's deciding that there's things to eat that don't exist.
Oh, nice.
He's sitting right here.
Zach Galifianakis. Yeah, I can see that. Sure.
Yeah, if it was a comedy.
I have my fern back here.
Oh, I'm glad you could make it too, Aaron. He's been stuck in the middle of deer season cutting meat.
That's a good problem to have.
What did I miss on Lewis's comment? I missed the comment. I don't know what I missed. I don't say
Bradley Cooper, Tracy. I wish
it.
my wife would like
Owen
that.
Borden. Hey, Donald. Just be cool. He said, Viento Samurai said, you look like Al the Tool Man.
I'll take that too. Like, yeah.
All right. Let's see. What's your next question? Like I said, if you guys have any questions, you can throw them in the chat.
No, sorry, Nate. I'm not single.
What's your favorite fast food chain? Or do you even eat fast food?
I don't normally eat fast food, but if I do, it would have to be McDonald's just because it's simple. And their fries are amazing.
McDonald's?
McDonald's fries? Oh my God, they're the best ever.
Well, we have that trans fat oil here in Jersey, so they're not as good.
Oh no.
Yeah, they did that, I don't know, some kind of weird oil stuff, and they're just not as good.
Arby's is pretty good too. Their beef and cheddar, that's a pretty money sandwich.
Usually, especially when I'm traveling too, I pretty much stick with Wendy's.
Wendy's is all right. I used to get their, what's it, like a $5 lunchbox or whatever they used to have.
Yeah, they used to have the 4 for $4.
Maybe that's what it was.
Now it's 4 for $5 or the $5 bag. The $5 bag before was different than the 4 for $4. It had bigger sandwiches, but now it's the $5 bag is the old 4 for $4, which in New Jersey was a 4 for $4.44.
Of course.
Yeah.
Jersey taxes.
Jersey's everything.
Yeah.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
Whew.
Night, Dagologist. Thanks for joining us.
Favorite childhood memory. I'd have to say going down the shore with the family when I was a kid. Me and my brothers, mom and dad. Camping. Always went camping with my parents, my brothers, my grandparents, my uncle. Yeah, family trips. Camping, beach.
Do you remember what beach you went to?
We went to a lot. What the heck's it called? Dewey Beach. We used to go to Dewey Beach a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Camping. A lot of camping. Still camp. That's still a favorite thing to do.
Well, my dad used to take us hiking and camping a lot. And hey, Graveyard Prospecting. When I got one of the places we went to a few times that I could remember was World's End State Park.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, so when he passed, we were thinking we would have a family tradition of going every summer. We went once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a long drive for us here. It's like 6-7 hours.
Yeah, that's a haul.
Buckle Boy said his favorite childhood memory is metal detecting in his driveway, and Patty's is her first puppy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What 3 items would you take with you on a deserted island?
3 items. Deserted island, 3 items. Let's think about this one. A pillow. Because pillows are never in deserted island movies, and they should be.
Yeah.
A hatchet. Because when I was a kid, I read the book The Hatchet, and It was about it. Did you ever read that book?
No.
It's about a kid who went down in the Northeast somewhere in a plane crash, and he survived, and he wound up living. All he had with him was a hatchet, and he made it through the whole book. So yeah, a hatchet. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with a hatchet. So a pillow, a hatchet, and phew. I don't know. Maybe a nice blanket. So you can use that as clothing, and you can sleep in it, and you can make a hammock and rest in it, and I don't know. You can. It's I don't know. Got to be comfortable. You're on a deserted island.
We got a couple of answers in here.
Well, what do we got?
Dave Hart said toilet paper. Jim Steele said water, food, and a hot blonde. Graveyard Prospecting said 2 chicks and body oil.
There you go.
Tracy's Treasure said knife, fishing gear, and a keg.
Sure, yeah.
JBP said a tent, hammock, and Legos.
Legos.
And Rebecca Main Dirt Sweepa said a boat.
Oh, Buck Boy, yeah. Buck Boy Red Hatchet. He knows what I'm talking
Hi,
about.
Lisa. Patty said she would take a machete, fire starter, and cover.
Nice. There's all kinds of stuff you could take. Spear, knife, and hatchet. Hatchet is a good one to have.
Yeah, because you can cut the bamboo down to make a shelter. You can slowly make a boat.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And Legos to step on after getting off the hammock. Lisa P said howdy to you.
Hello.
What was your favorite subject in school? I think you might have said that earlier.
Favorite subject in school was astronomy was one of them because I had an awesome teacher for it.
Cool.
Most kids in Boyertown had the same teacher growing up. Mr. Detterline. He had the coolest voice. He ran the planetarium at one of the junior highs, and it was just an awesome class. He's an actual astronomer, he's the real deal, and he's a super cool guy. History would be another good one because I had again an awesome teacher. Teachers make all the difference in the world. Which my wife's a teacher, so much love to her and teachers in general. So yeah, astronomy was probably my favorite one.
Yeah. Mine was lunch.
Of course, lunch, yeah, and study hall.
Graveyard Prospecting said shout out to that teacher.
For sure.
And Nathan said Mr. Detterline was awesome.
Yep, he had him.
Well, I didn't have him. But I remember my kindergarten teacher's name.
Oh, I do.
I remember her name because apparently I still do this to this day, and I catch myself doing it. I used to show up, every morning. I used to get to class, and I'd go in the door, and I would say, "Did you miss me?" And I still say it. Nice. But her name was Mrs. Stengel.
Nice. Stengel. I had Mrs. Kale. She was a sweetheart.
Yeah, that's all. I've had other teachers. My 7th grade math teacher, I still occasionally talk to her. It's an important job. You can either turn a kid off or you can truly influence.
Oh yeah, it's a huge responsibility. It's a huge undertaking, and not everyone can do it correctly. That's for sure.
Yeah. What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
Most unusual thing I've ever eaten. Raw deer heart.
Deer heart?
Deer heart, fresh deer heart. Raw, fresh.
As a homage to the deer?
We butchered the deer and the heart was there, and you take a slice of it and chew on it.
Was it good?
I mean, it wasn't awful. I mean, it tastes. I don't know. It tastes like deer heart. I don't know. It's good pickled. If you ever have a pickled deer heart, that is actually really tasty.
I don't know about that.
I don't recommend fresh raw.
Nate said raw deer liver. Buckle Boy said putrefied shark while in Iceland.
Oh, is it that? What's that called? That's like called something, isn't it?
I don't know. I had raccoon.
I mean, I'd try. I'd try probably almost anything.
I would. I had a raccoon mate. It tasted like duck. And I had snapping turtle stew.
I had a bite of a pig's brain once, cooked.
I don't know if I'll eat brain.
That was gross.
I don't think I could.
I don't think I would do anything like Rocky Mountain oysters or eyeballs or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if I could get through that part.
No.
I mean, I've had tongue, I've had different body parts of animals, but not those kind of body parts.
BC said he's had camel and kangaroo.
Yeah.
Dave Hart said barbecued squirrel.
Squirrel's good.
It's called hackerel. Buckle Boy said.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cooked marine snails when you lived in the tropics. That's dirt cloud. I don't know. I mean, I've had conch fritters, and conch is snails.
Yeah, I'd try that. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't eat a tarantula. No way. Like how people fry tarantulas.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I could do the cricket thing.
I could
do chocolate covered ants.
Yeah.
But I don't know about any form of cricket. But I would like to try a rattlesnake.
Yeah, I'd like to try some snake.
And yeah, JBP said fried gator bites.
Oh, they're so good. They have those at Knoebels. They're so good.
Yeah. I mean, I like catfish po' boys.
Nice.
Louis Villarreal said chicken fried emu and ostrich is delicious. And Buckle Boy's got it right. Anything fried is good.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Patty said, I would never eat any of this.
I don't know. She's like, nope.
Nope, not for me.
Not good.
Yeah. I don't know. I there's some things I know I definitely won't eat. So. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Extrovert. Well, it depends. It depends, honestly. I'd say I'm mostly most of my life I've been an extrovert. Recently, I've been a little more keeping to myself.
I think we all do that as we get older.
Yeah.
Dirt Clod Middle Detective said, I ate a fisheye to tease my friend's son when he was little. Ew.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do an eye.
Buckle Boy said he'll eat crickets live while being interviewed at his next detecting interview.
Nice. Do it.
Ugh. Must pour vinegar on head cheese to enjoy it right.
Cheese. I guess you're referring to the brain. Yeah, it was gross.
I can't do that. Are you related or distantly related to anybody famous?
Yes. So I have a family book. It's about 2 inches thick. That goes all the way back to like medieval England. Queen Elizabeth is in the book. So I'm somehow related to them distantly. There's a dude that helped John Wilkes Booth escape. That is in that book.
Yeah.
Actually, his name was George something. I forget his last name. But one of my kids came home from school and said, Dad, guess who we learned about today in school? They learned about that guy who's in my family book.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of people in there.
Yeah, I don't know if Shannon Dalton's still in the chat, but we were, still taggable, so I guess he is. We were in another stream one time, and I don't remember what the subject was or how we got on it, but I had said something about this being descended from the Dalton gang, and so is Shannon.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so that's why we
Wow.
call each other cuz. So eventually we'll figure out what number distant we are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
But I figure somewhere around 4 or 5, fourth or fifth.
Right on.
Yeah. And then that's on my mom's side, as well as there's a book called Crane Hook on the Delaware that my great aunt had written, or she added to. It was written prior to her. She added to it all the family members up until my mother and my uncle. And it was written about Charles Springer, who was from Sweden. He had been educated in England and was traveling back to Sweden when he was captured and sold in Virginia.
Wow.
And then made his way to a Swedish, because at that time in the 16 to 1700s, they were all indentured servants. They were sold for a period of time.
Yeah.
So when he did his period of time, he made his way to Crane Hook, Delaware. And there was a Swedish colony there, and he was the only one that could read. So he became like the default preacher.
Wow.
But his lineage goes back to Charlemagne.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So yeah, they got their name too because the name was actually Springerson, because it was a lord that had sprung the castle wall, and they gave him the surname Spring or Springer. And then in Sweden, your children would be Springer son and Springer daughter.
Ah.
So Springerson.
Cool. Very cool.
Awesome, Patty. When she helped her daughter do a family tree, she found out her great grandpa saved people in the Jamestown Massacre. Hey, Valley Relic Hunters. Thank you for popping in. William Cherokee Bill Babb. Very cool, Nathan. Marty Vistral is related to FDR and Kate Upton. I don't know about like anybody currently, but I didn't do offshoots when I did my family tree. I did direct lineages. So I didn't do like aunts, uncles, cousins.
It's tough to do a family tree. I mean, it's hard to go far back.
Dave Hart said, did you ever meet any celebrities?
I have. Yes. What the heck's his name? Boxer that beat Muhammad Ali. Larry Holmes. Jeez, I couldn't think of
Larry Holmes?
So he has a bar in Easton, or at least he used to. And when I was working with my dad, we would go up there and we would stay up there because it's kind of a drive to get up there. So if we're working a couple of days, we'd stay up there and go to Larry Holmes' bar, and we would walk in. He'd be like, "The Masons are here." I'm like, "Holy shit, Larry Holmes just knows us." Like, it's unreal. Of course, we call him Champ all the time, and it was just he invited me to his house for 4th of July. I never went. I wish I did, but he's like, "Yo, what are you doing on the 4th of July?" I'm like, "I don't know, Champ." It's like, "Why don't you come over to the house? We're having a barbecue." I'm like, "All right, I'll be there." I didn't go. I wish the dumb me did not go. Yeah, and of course Nate. He's a celebrity. I know Nathan Babb.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. Speaking of celebrities, what celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee, or Dunkin' if that's your thing, or Wawa?
Geez, again, what the heck's his name? Gosh, what's his name? He wrote Green Lights. He's from in Days Gone. What the hell's his name? I can picture him. He's the Lincoln car guy.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, why couldn't I think of his name? Because you put me on the spot. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. He'd be a cool dude to meet.
Yeah, I wonder if he'd drink his coffee like that.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
You're just driving through life, man, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just need a Wawa coffee. What's up, Andy? Um, what's the one thing you will never do again?
there's
All
there's a
right,
lot
all
of
right, all right. Dave Hart.
yeah, there's a lot of yay, what's up, Andy? There's a lot of things I'd never do again. I'd never join the army again because I'm now retired, so I would never do that again. Glad I did it, but I'm glad I'm retired from it now. What else? Yeah, there's a lot that I would never do again that I probably shouldn't say on this
Oh, we'll keep it
meeting.
there. Gene P said, many never do against for me. LMAO, mostly people.
There you go.
Nice, JVP. Well, my BFF, like somebody who's more like a sister to me. She's first cousins to CC DeVille.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's my 6 degrees of separation.
Nice.
If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which one would it be?
A sloth.
But
Just
only when you're detecting, you're supposed to go low and slow.
That's right. Just taking my time and trying to make the right next step every time.
Who is the most intelligent person you know besides me?
My wife.
Very good. Is she nearby? That's why you said that.
She's in the shower, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's funny. Me saying that was funny, not your answer. Where do you see yourself in like 10 years?
Oh, 10 years. I see myself hopefully thinking about retirement soon. I know it's kind of young at 53 to think about retirement, but that's my game plan. I want to retire early.
Yeah, I'm hoping to myself.
That's where I see myself.
Yeah. My dad never got to retire, and I want to make sure I do.
Yeah, right on. Want to make sure I'm young enough where I still have a lot of life left in me.
Yeah. Oh, don't say that, Jim Steele. Buckle Boy says, I see myself out in the field with a detector in 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Nathan said, your wife's a saint.
Oh, she sure is.
No, he's not 53, Andy.
I'll be 53 in 10 years, man.
Buckle Boy, my 10-year challenge looked the same. Same search coil, same ground. Yeah, I'm not going to say my age. But I'm hoping to retire very soon.
Right on.
I think the post office said the earliest I can is 2028.
Oh, really? That's right around the corner.
It doesn't seem that way.
No, I know. You're in the home stretch, though.
No, my body doesn't think so. My body's like, you can retire now if you want. I would prefer it if you did.
Man, if I was given that option, I'd say, all right, where do I sign?
Yeah, right. Patty sees herself 10 years kicking butt. Yeah, finding everything on the ground in Texas, underground.
What the hell?
She's already kicking butt.
Oops.
So, have you done other events?
No, I haven't. I have not. Come out swinging and our club hunts are the only group events I've ever done.
Are you thinking in the future you might want to do one, or
Yeah, there's one in Jersey that the Funks put on.
which one? We have several club hunts.
Oh, the beach one that they just had, I think.
Oh yeah, we had the 40th anniversary.
Is that what it was?
hunt. Yeah, but I think we do it every spring and every fall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
I'd like to check. I mean, I say right down the road, but I mean it's a couple hours, but it's right down the road for something like that.
Yeah,
I think
Andy
that'd be
went.
cool. Oh yeah, nice,
Yeah, Andy had a good time. Jason was there.
nice.
Tracy's treasure, I think, came. I think she did, or I might be thinking of the one in the spring. Um, Team Lynch,
Yeah, yeah,
Jocelyn,
yeah.
Drew was
Awesome,
there, but Drew's there.
awesome.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jim, but I'm glad you're still with us, buddy. COPD is no joke.
Yeah, right on, Jim. Keep on, man.
Let's see. I was looking to see if we missed anything. What club do you belong to?
Boyertown Relic Recovery Club, and there is a Facebook page for that if you're interested in checking it out.
It was fun, Andy. It's gonna be more fun if you go to the next one and Corey's there.
Heck yeah,
It's fun. I mean, you know, like I said, with any event, almost anyone. I mean, some people, the bigger ones like big stock size, a couple few hundred people plus.
hmm
You're gonna have people that go publicly with their displeasure. The little hunts like club hunts, smaller hunts like come out swinging, stuff like that. The smaller hunts, you're gonna have people chat about their displeasure, to
yeah,
each other,
yeah,
not publicly. So it's
yeah,
gonna, and there were people that complain about like at our club hunts that, oh, there's a lot of pennies, a lot of Wheaties. Well, the explanation for that is actually a pretty simple one if when you think about it. If the tokens sound like the pennies,
yeah,
and let's say there's 20 tokens and you only put the 20 tokens out and there's 50 people. Now you have varying degrees of abilities with those 50 people. You also have various different types of detectors
yeah.
with those
True.
50 people.
Yep.
So even the playing ground, for the Speedy Gonzalez guy doing 90 miles an hour with a swing twice as fast, and between him and like little Miss Faye, who's all of 4.5 feet tall and looking closer at 90 than she has been at 80.
Oh
And the
yeah.
Garrett as short as she could get it, and it was
Oh
still too
wow.
big.
Nice.
It evens the playing ground throwing those pennies in.
Oh yeah.
So she has just as much opportunity as slow as she was going as the guy that was 20 years old and swinging like a madman. So that's why there's pennies everywhere.
You got to mix it up.
I know you know, Andy. We'll talk. I don't know, Dirk Cloud. If you go, you can Google. Like I live in Monmouth County, so I would Google Monmouth County, New Jersey metal detecting clubs, and it's going to give you some clubs that'll be near you. They may not be like my club. Deep Search is not around the corner from me. It's about a half hour, 35-minute drive from me. And Team Lynch belonged to it, and they live farther south than I do from Edison. So, sometimes you might have to travel a little bit to get to a club. But belonging to a club, you don't have to go to every meeting either.
No, you don't. Mm-hmm. Like even with Boyertown, with our club, Boyertown Relic Recovery Club. I mean, we have people that are part of our club that live in other states. And
Yeah.
come down when they can. Or it's just sometimes it's cool to be a part of a club for that reason. You hear of a club hunt and like, oh, hey, I'm going to be in the area during that time. I'm going to meet with all you guys. I mean, that's one of the biggest things I got out of metal detecting in the whole community is meeting all you guys. I mean, it's just the camaraderie you get with it is awesome. It's really neat.
Yeah. There's nothing like it.
There really isn't.
Yeah, and the memberships are really not expensive at all.
Yeah,
Couple
no.
places. Yeah, they're usually like 20, $25 for the year.
Yeah.
And even if it's so far away you don't want to go every month to every meeting. I mean, if you go to one or two, and get to know the members a little bit each time,
Yeah.
you might have a place you want to bring a couple of them, or they have a place, and they're like, hey, why don't you join us like one Saturday afternoon? Like, it's a good way to network, and it's
100%.
to feel part of something as well.
Oh, for sure.
You
Like
know,
ours is an offshoot of our historical society in Boyertown.
yeah,
So you have to be a member of the historical society first, which has all the benefits that go along with that. And it's like an extra $5 or $10, I forget what it is, to be part of the metal detecting part. So I mean, it's a no-brainer for a lot of people.
yeah. Hey, Relic Reaper. Yeah, I tell people too when I see new people either on Facebook or in chats or whatever that are interested in the hobby. I tell them all the time, like Viento, he really wants to detect with people. I tell them all the time, find a detecting club, or even as a historical society near you, and join it.
Yeah.
And there's people there that will feel very happy to share their knowledge with you. I mean, just like any group of people, you got different personalities. You got some that's not going to want to tell you nothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Find out on your own, learn the way I did. Or you'll
Yeah.
have somebody say, hey, when I used to do this, I found out if you did it this way,
Yeah.
um, it's so the best thing to do is to join a club, or,
Agreed. And I have
visit a
Robin.
club before you join it.
And I joined the club, and I knew Nathan for a long time. Never knew he was in a metal detecting until I joined the club through Rob. And then I'm like, "Oh, Nathan, you metal detect too?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, it's awesome." I'm like, "Sweet." It was great. So yeah, I have those two guys that to hugely thank for helping me, get anywhere metal detecting.
Well, to hang out with you is to not think that you've only been doing it for 2 years. So see, that's the bonus of joining a club. You get a lot of learning experience from other
Oh yeah.
people too.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, I mean, it helps to watch videos, but it helps a ton more to have somebody with you and giving you pointers too.
Oh yeah. And that's all, Dave. That's awesome, man. Definitely join up. We have a good time.
Yeah, I'll be probably joining your guys' club, even though I won't be able to say. Here's a perfect example. It's a 2-hour drive to me to his
Oh
club,
yeah.
but I'll still join the historical society. I'll still join the club.
Oh yeah. Right on. Perfect.
Because
Andy asked a question. If you don't mind, I would love to answer it.
yeah,
So Andy said, uh, not sure you asked Corey this question, but after he stopped drinking, how much better does he feel now? So, and I love, and I don't get preachy about it, but I love like when people ask. Like I said, in December it'll be a year that I stopped drinking alcohol, and the way I feel now is, I mean, I'm a new man. I had so much energy to start, picking up different hobbies. I got more into metal detecting. I have another YouTube channel about how to make non-alcoholic cocktails and reviewing different NA stuff that's out there. I mean, it's a totally different world, and I don't fault anyone for drinking. I mean, I did it for a long time. I know how fun it is and can be, but I also know the bad side of it too, which is why I said, all right, enough's enough. I'm done.
mhm.
And I haven't looked back since, and it's awesome. I love every second of it. And I will. I'm comfortable enough with it that I will still go to a bar and meet people. Like we'll go out to wherever to meet people, and I'm fine. Everyone knows I don't drink. They'll buy me a mocktail, we call it, and a non-alcoholic cocktail. It's just they're actually becoming more and more popular. Like fancy restaurants will have a whole non-alcoholic cocktail menu.
Yeah.
And these drinks are every much as sophisticated and tasty as an alcoholic drink.
Ski Searcher said 10 years sober here. Hey, Ski.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, my brother's got 9 years, I think. This is his second go around. It's 9 years, I think. I think he just hit the 9-year mark.
Right on.
Yeah. It's never my. I don't. I think I could count on both hands how many times a year I have a drink.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I mean,
Is
it's, and that's not to say I don't have fun in other ways, but drinking is not one of them.
Yeah, no, I was never. I mean, I had my moments in my 20s. We all did, but it's just if I'm out, I might have a cocktail with dinner or
Yeah,
whatever, but
I
that's
know.
about it.
And that was my issue. I couldn't go out and just have one. I tell myself, hey, I'll just have one. It's going to be
Yeah,
an early morning for work, and then that early morning for work comes, and I'm like just waking up from an hour of sleep. So I'm like, yeah, that's not good.
no. I mean, it's good that you recognize the problem and you addressed it and you're working on it.
Yeah,
That
for
takes a
sure.
lot of strength.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have a lot of good people around me, so
Well, that's good.
makes it a
And,
lot easier.
night, Nate.
See you, dude.
Ed said drinking was never a problem for him. It was the other bad stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a lot of that around here too, growing up.
Yeah, I don't think like my dad. He had Black Label, and did he have Red Label or White Label? And we used to like put water in it,
Oh
take
yeah.
that in our teens. I think by the time my brother and I talked about it once when we were in our 20s, that's when it had become an issue for him.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking in our 20s, and I'm like, yeah, I used to put, water in Daddy's White Label. And he was like, well, so did I. I think
Yeah, I
by
think
the time my father got around to drinking, it was just,
that's a move we all did.
yeah, bourbon flavored water.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He's probably thinking he was building up tolerance, and all it was
yeah,
just flavored water.
yeah. Watered down for sure.
Oh yeah, really watered down apparently. But yeah, no, good. Congrats to you for
Oh, thank you. I
that.
appreciate
You
that.
know, every day's a new day.
100%.
And your other channel's On the Wagon.
Yep, it's called On the Wagon. Yep. Have a lot of fun with it.
Buckle Boy said it's no label by then.
Yeah, exactly. No label.
Well, my sister-in-law and I were making like a mocktail ourselves, like ginger ale and some cranberry juice.
Oh, thanks,
It
Andy.
tasted like ginger ale and cranberry juice, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, even any beers now, I mean, they have come a long way from, back in the day from what was it called? The popular one, I forget what it's called. But I mean, like the Lagunitas has a IPNA. It tastes incredible.
yeah, I'm not this. I think that's what saved me too. Is I don't like beer.
No, I do.
I was always the harder stuff anyway, and that was harder to get as a kid. Beer was
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, vodka was my actual downfall. That was my main drink of choice, but I do like beer. So all the NA beers that are out there, I do enjoy every once in a while.
Ed said near beer
Yeah, it's kind of like near beer. Yeah,
or duels.
yeah. O'Doul's is the one I was thinking of. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, sorry to hear, Marty. That's just a year older than me. Marty lost his mother to drinking 26 years ago. She was 54.
I didn't even see that. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah. My mother's father died from cirrhosis, actually. He got septic.
Yeah.
So that could have been a lot of it too that kept me from him because I'm older than my brother by almost 3 years. So when my grandfather died, I was 8.
Yeah.
And he was. I
So
don't
you
even think he
remember
was.
it.
Yeah, I think he was only about 5, 4.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Athletic Brewing. Yes, I actually have some down in the fridge. It's very good. Athletic Brewing Company they have they call them adaptogens and nootropics or something that they put in it. So it's kind of like a mood enhancing non-alcoholic beverage, and they're really good.
Oh.
And there's one called Hop Water that we just got. It's kind of hoppy tasting water with flavor. It's so good. Oh, it's refreshing.
Well, if they make one that tastes like a margarita, I'm in.
Oh, I think I have a margarita on one of my on my other channel. I think I did a margarita.
Oh, I'll have to check it out and look it up.
And it did a watermelon margarita too. It was really good.
That will I will definitely look for that one. I mean, I like a regular margarita. I drink it up, but
Oh yeah,
I like watermelon too.
nice.
But I guess we've been going an hour and a half, and your wife's all showered up and clean smell now. So I'm sure you want to smell spend some time with her and not
Oh yeah.
here chatting. So unless you guys have any more questions in the chat, I think we could probably call it a night. We'll give them a
Yeah,
second.
right on. I appreciate you having me on. I had a lot of fun. That hour and a half went pretty fast.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like I warned you, I wasn't going to ask you the typical questions people ask.
No, it's all good. It was more challenging than I thought, being put on the spot, not knowing the questions. Like simple questions, I'm like, my favorite.
Yeah, just ones
I
that
don't know what my favorite color is.
Yeah, no, just a little bit to know, like a little bit more of. Yeah, y'all check out Marty Vistral's video. I'll be doing that after this. Just to get to know you a little more, like not your typical questions, but just things that make you think.
Yeah, heck yeah.
No,
it was cool. It was great. I appreciate it.
One day, Viento. I guess you're asking me that. One day. I don't really get over that way that often. Actually, when I went to Dead Horse Bay, Team Lynch drove. That's how much I hate driving in the city.
Up in New York.
Yeah, I had to drive my nephew to work one night in Manhattan.
I have a friend up there that I went to school with. I think she's part of the park police or park service, or she's on a horse.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, she'll post stuff on my Treasure Hunt in America Facebook page saying, Dead Horse Bay. She'll do mudlarking there and all that good stuff. I'm like, wow, she finds some pretty cool stuff up there.
Yeah, I found, I didn't bring anything to sieve or,
yeah.
But I brought it, I got a little thing to dig with, and woo, it smelled though.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, it's 100-year-old trash under there, so yeah, it's stinky. I wouldn't go in July.
Yeah,
because this was a month ago. Yeah, it doesn't smell pleasant.
No, I bet it wouldn't.
Buckle Boy's got a new video out on Monday. Got a killer U.S. military relic. You're part of the Monday Digs, right, Buckle Boy? Got Friday night dig. I dig Fridays. We got on Saturday now. Madison, Maine, and DF Digger are live streaming. Monday is Monday Digs. Yeah, I don't like driving in New York City, no matter what time of the day it is, GMP. So my nephew ought to appreciate that I love him, because it took me an hour to take him to work. It took me 2 hours to get home. But all right, I don't see any more questions in the chat. You guys rock. Thank Monday 7 p.m. Buckle Boy LA. Thank you all for joining us tonight. If you want to hang out for a minute, Corey,
for sure.
I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday night, 7:30. I'll see you Friday night, 8 p.m. I think I'm still 8 p.m. until Swing for the Ring comes back. So my premiere, if I'm not there, it's because I'm at rehearsal. Should be. I don't know. I think the other show opened. I think I should be there for my premiere. So I think I have rehearsal tomorrow night. So have a great night, all. Thank you for joining. And
goodbye, everybody.
Hope you get out detecting this weekend. That's what I was trying to think about. And please keep Joe DeMarco's family and friends in your prayers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Peace.